Check. Manchapar. Check. 1 2. Mic. 1 2. Check.
A very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Firstly, a hearty warm welcome to each one of you. Your safety being extremely important to us, we kindly request everyone to please pay attention to the screen. As from Taj Western, we'll be having a quick safety video.
In the event of an unlikely emergency, you will be intimated by the banquet manager handling this event. In case of an evacuation, the hotel security and the banquet staff will coordinate the entire movement. The Ballroom 1 is located on the ground floor of the hotel. The hall has 3 exits to ensure smooth evacuation indicated by the running man sign. 3 exits from the main entrance of the hall will lead you to the main pathway through the ballroom portico. All routes are marked with fire exit signage. In case of an unlikely evacuation, the hotel staff will assist and guide you. Please do not panic, as the hotel staff is trained to handle such emergencies. Please crawl in smoke-logged areas for clearer air and more visibility. The assembly point is located right in front of the ballroom across the pathway. Manual calling points have been installed across the hotel. In case of an emergency, please pull the lever down, which will send an alarm to the hotel crisis management team. All the banquet halls and banquet corridors have sprinklers, smoke detectors, and are equipped with a public address system. All the corridors are equipped with an adequate number of fire extinguishers. Additional safety instructions. In case of any medical emergency, we have first aid available in the hotel with trained first aiders. The medical emergency services and doctors are available on call. In case of any emergency outside the hotel, we will advise a lockdown. Our associates will assist in blocking the doors. Please do not open them until we say so. Kindly don't leave any personal or valuable items unattended during your conference. Kindly gather at the designated pre-function areas before, during and after the conference. Kindly refrain from gathering at the lobby so as to ensure least inconvenience to other guests. The designated smoking zone is situated just outside the main entrance of the ballroom. Kindly do not smoke in any other areas of the hotel. In case of any feedback related to safety or security, please reach out to our security officer on 98869 11766. We thank you for your attention and wish you a pleasant event. Thank you.
And ladies and gentlemen, I was definitely expecting some claps. Looks like everyone's very quiet. Firstly, a very good evening, everyone. What's happening? We are not in a very, very serious conference. We are here to have lots of fun, to make this day really special, very memorable, with all the beautiful smiles, wonderful memories. So let's bring out the best energy. Let's try once more. Here we go. A very good evening, everyone. Finally, feels like Namma or Bengaluru, some energy is all around the corner, but we can definitely do this better. Everybody's sitting behind. Just because you're sitting behind, you cannot be quiet. You have to be loud. So let's do this one last time with a super high energy. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Today is a day jahan target ki life, ghar ki wife, dono ko bhool ke you should have fun. So are you all ready? Lag to nahi raha hai. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Firstly, a very good evening to all you fantastic people. My name is MC Afshan. I truly have the pleasure of being your host for this lovely evening. As we gather right here, I want to say you all that today is the day dedicated for all of us to truly make it memorable. But before we get started, firstly, I want to thank each one of you for being right here and making this day even more special for us. So just before we get started, please give a big round of applause for yourself. Thank you so much for being right here. A lot that's planned up for today. A lot of exciting performances, rewards, recognition, and what more. Everything that you ask for is right here today evening. But before we get started, I just want to check, is everyone actually listening to me? Or they're actually busy doing something else? Like I see the gentleman is smiling right now. Somebody is on the phone. So I want to just know if everyone's actually listening to me. So we're going to do a small drill. It's called as one voice, one action, and one family. And how we do this is when I say one, I want everybody together to just clap once. When I say two, you clap twice. And when I say three, you clap thrice. That's it. Like super simple, isn't it? It is simple, right? So here we go. 1, together like one JLL family. 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 1, 0. See? See, I actually told you that you all are not listening to me. Let's try once more. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 0. Fantastic. Really nice. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say you, like I rightly said, today's day is definitely planned up in a way that it's going to be memorable, it's going to be special, and truly with lots of memories to take home. But just before we get started, I just want to tell you very little about JLL, because when I start speaking about JLL, time is definitely not going to be sufficient because there's so many accomplishments and there's so much to speak. But allow me a minute and let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, as we get started, JLL, a truly leading professional services firm that specializes in real estate and investment management. JLL shapes the future of real estate for a better world by using the most advanced technology to create rewarding opportunities, amazing spaces, and sustainable real estate solutions for our clients, our people, and our communities. On that note, for everybody who's right here, you are the real stars to make us where we are today. So give a big round of applause for yourself. Thank you so much to be here at this lovely day and making even more special. As we get started, I have a quick question for everybody. In India especially, we always believe that every good thing needs to start with the remembrance of God. It's like a true blessing. How many of you have heard this from childhood? कोई भी शुभ काम करने से पहले भगवान को याद कर लो. Everybody, right? So today, being such a wonderful day, ladies and gentlemen, we want to start with the blessings of God. We want to light the lamp. And who better than some wonderful, special people to join us on stage? Anybody who wants to take a guess who's coming on stage to light the lamp? Somebody extremely special, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we have guests with us who have special abilities, who work with us on our side, and they agreed to come right here and light the lamp and make this day very, very special for us. So it's my humble request to everybody. All you need to do right now is just give a super big applause as I welcome all of them right here on stage, which truly goes with our theme so beautifully well, which is diversity and inclusion. We couldn't have been so much delighted for all of you to have agreed to be right here. So a big round of applause for Bhima Shankar, Sunil Kumar, Jakaria Ahmed, Mahesh R, Dilip S, and Ananda TN. We are truly humbled and delighted to have all of you right here to make our start so extremely memorable. With your blessings and great start, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. The true stars on stage, I must really say.
वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा.
And ladies and gentlemen, with the first light, let's give up the claps really loud and shower a lot of blessings and love to everybody around. Truly, what a pleasant start to this lovely evening. Well, this just means no wind, no AC can stop us. We still will light the lamp with a full grace, and so beautifully done. Wishing all of you right here lots of good health and good luck. And we definitely want to capture a lovely moment of all 6 of you on stage. So can we just request all of them to pose together for a picture? And ladies and gentlemen, let's give a super big round of applause for all of them. Thank you so much for being right here and making this very, very special for us. Thank you so much. Thank you. And with that note, ladies and gentlemen, it indeed has been a beautiful start. As we take it forward, I would now request Mr. Manjeet Sehrawat to please join me on stage for the sustainability moment. Let's hear a big round of applause for the gentleman and let's welcome him on dais.
Hi, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Sustainability is the theme for the evening today, along with diversity inclusion. Yeah, I'll talk about it. We need to have equal opportunity, employment opportunities with all our partners, including your second tier of supply chain. 5 very, very key aspects of meritocracy which we need to have. One is no nepotism, right? We need to identify who the people are, not with what credibilities they bring from behind, whose son or whose daughter they are, right? Then we need to identify that there should not be any discrimination because of their race, caste, religion, anything. Merit has to be respected. If somebody is delivering, that is very, very important for everybody. Equal opportunities all across, be it your trade, whichever trade you're hiring people from, whichever opportunities are available to the people around it, we need to give equal opportunities all across. With this, I'll request we need to have the entire supply chain of ours to follow these principles and provide equal opportunities across. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Manjeet. And now moving forward, ladies and gentlemen, we have a couple of dignitaries. Unfortunately, they are not right here due to their busy schedule and they're not in India, but we do have their lovely message for all of us. So let's hear a big round of applause as we have a video address by Jude Templeman. She is the CPO Global. Let's hear a big hand for the lovely lady and let's quickly have a look at the video message.
Hello and welcome to our Partner Summit. It's great to have you all together now for the first time post the pandemic face to face. My name is Jude Templeman. I'm the Global Chief Procurement Officer for JLL. And across the world, our supply chain teams manage delivery for our clients in more than 80 countries. Our client ecosystem is incredibly important to us, and it's critical to the quality of the service delivery to our clients every single day. And especially when you think about the current external environment where we, once again see significant challenges. Post-COVID, we saw a recovery, we saw the return to office. Not a predictable process, but we've seen clients come back to office increasingly. And now what we're seeing is supply shortages. We see issues related to the war in the Ukraine. We see inflation hitting markets across the world. So even though we came out of the pandemic, challenges weren't gone. And our ecosystem of supply chain partners is critical for us to continue to deliver quality to our clients in these turbulent times. So thank you. We appreciate the work that you do with us for our clients. We recognize the quality and commitment that you bring every single day, and we value our collaboration with you and your people on the ground. Today is a special day because we get to recognize those achievements with the awards that we'll be handing out later today. But before we go there, I really want to thank Sandeep, Thomas, and all our teams for the great work that they do on the ground. I want to thank all of you for the work that you do, for your commitment and the quality that we deliver together, and all the people that you employ to help us deliver every single day. So thank you, and I wish you all a great day.
Thank you so much, Jude, for all the kind words and definitely for the best wishes. Now let's hear from Sushil Kaul, who is the Division President, Work Dynamics. Let's have the audiovisual, please.
Thank you all. Thank you to all our partners and everyone from JLL who's in the summit. I wish I could have been with you. I did participate remotely last year too, but I'm pretty sure you're not going to miss me, and you got good company in the room and at the conference. I'll be remiss if I don't firstly thank all of you for the challenges we had during COVID and the support you guys gave us. So big thank you personally from me. We are in exciting and challenging times, challenging from geopolitical, interest rates, nationalistic fervor across the globe, thinking that there could be a big and deep recession. Nobody knows how deep or wide it would be, or it could be, and hence more challenging than the recessions we had in the past. However, there are exciting times too in terms of our business. We are going to be doubling our business in the next 3 to 4 years, which is a trajectory we generally have maintained over the last decade or so, except for a couple of years of COVID times. There are three key things that are happening out there. Probably, I would say COVID accelerating some of them. The first one is the transition to hybrid. Hybrid means people won't be in office Monday to Friday, 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock. They will come in and they will do their work from where they desire and where they can do the highest possible, highest productive or highest quality of work. It will depending on the industry. And that's a big movement happening, and our clients are kind of facing that. The second thing is the greater acceptance on technology-led solutions. And I would say pre-COVID, it was all starting to happen, but probably the journey has been accelerated by at least 5 years in the marketplace. And I see it across the board, more and more acceptance of technology-led solutions. The third thing we are seeing is acceptance of services that in the past we would not get the time with the client, particularly in markets like India, like design services, like build services, like consulting-led services. But we are seeing more and more of that now, and which is a good trend for us. On the sustainability front, which is important to all of us across the globe for good reason, social cause as well as business cause, net zero carbon is the key thing, which is more the immediate priority. There are many other ESG considerations in play, but I would say net zero carbon is one which is taking the center stage, and is probably going to be key for a key growth strategy for us. The other one is experience-led FM services. It is providing that frictionless delivery to our clients, and I would say that's an area you can help us through innovation and bringing new practices to us that that we have not seen in the past. The last one I want to talk to you about is the cost pressure. We are under huge cost pressure, which is understandable from a recessionary perspective. We need your help in helping us defray. We are not asking for cost savings here. We are asking for innovation. We are asking for technology. We are asking for your thoughtfulness around coming up for models that can appeal in this hybrid environment where, we probably need a fixed level of service, which is Monday to Friday, and then some variability to the service because people are working from home or coffee shops or from offices, depending on the volume of work. It's not that easy to do because we're talking of humans, and humans can't be cut into multiple parts, but this is where technology comes in, this is where innovation comes in, and that's the expectation we all have of you as our supply partners. As you sit today, lots of rewards and awards for you. One request from me is do go back and think about what I said today around hybrid, around design consideration, around innovation, around technology, around the looming possible recession, but still the growth in the business, and how can you help us in this journey. Lastly, big toast to all of you with my bottle. It's 3 o'clock here in Singapore, so I can't drink. But please enjoy the evening. Please enjoy the awards and rewards. They are all yours for the hard work you put in, and hopefully I'll see you next time during the next partner conference. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kaul, for all your best wishes and all the good luck. And now let's hear from Henri Fedley, who is the CPO APAC, Work Dynamics. Let's have the audiovisual, please.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us today at the 2022 JLL Partner Summit in Bangalore. My name is Henri Fedley. I am the head of client sourcing Asia Pacific. Today, we celebrate our partners that have achieved outstanding management practices by championing innovation, delivering sustainable solution, and achieving superior performance. In the past few years, we have seen a slow and a sluggish global economy, and we also witnessed some challenges relating to increasing demand, delays in productions, and increase in commodity pricing. This year, again, we're seeing some new emerging headwinds, such as inflation, labor shortages, and the Ukraine war. So for all of us to compete in today's economy or global economy, we have to adopt some new growth strategies. A strategy that is built on deploying technology and automation and creating a sustainable or an ESG proposition back to our client that will deliver value. These two strategies are very important for all of us to strengthen our capabilities and grow our market position. From a technology and innovation perspective, we live in a world that it is really hard to keep our current talent, but also to attract new talents. We are also experiencing labor shortages across the globe, combined with increase in salaries and wages. So we need to deploy technology and we need to automate our processes to improve accuracy, productivity, and reliability, but also to improve our own staff morale. And it's that we need to, and with that we need to invest heavily on automating our processes, but also to invest on IoTs, sensors, robotics, system and platform. Now to sustainability and ESG. ESG stands for environmental, social, and governance. This is the future, and it will be our future for the next 50 to 70 years, perhaps more. So if you have not started working on your sustainability proposition, or you have not transformed your organization to meet the global ESG standards, you'll be left behind. So please start now. The sourcing and procurement at JLL have done a lot of work in this space, and we're happy to support all our vendors and our partners in their journey. As you all know, JLL sourcing and procurement team created the first green standard for cleaning services globally. And we have deployed 100% green scope to some of our clients across the world. Next year, we're gonna extend the green standards to waste services, mechanical, electrical, and fire maintenance, security, trade services, and catering. We have also developed a robust methodology around calculating carbon emission, but also carbon reduction. And we have committed to providing a detailed report to some of our top clients in Asia in relation to their carbon emission per category spend. So my ask today is for all of us to work together in partnership to develop those two strategies for next year, so we can grow our capabilities, but also our market position. Let me close by thanking all our valued partners for their support and dedication, and also congratulating all tonight's award winners. Your achievements are a clear demonstration of success. I wish you all the best in taking your business to even greater heights in the years to come. Thank you and good evening.
Thank you so much, Mr. Fedley, for all your wishes. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we have heard all our dignitaries giving lots of best wishes to us. And now, definitely, it's time for us to hear from the man himself. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, give a big round of applause as I truly have the honor and pleasure to welcome on stage Mr. Sandeep Sethi, Managing Director, Work Dynamics, to please join me on stage. With a super big round of applause, let's welcome him on dais. A hearty warm welcome to you, sir.
A very good evening to everyone, and it's really wonderful to see everyone face to face. Last couple of events were virtual, So this is really, really nice to have it in a in-person format. I'm very grateful to you, all of you, for taking time out. This means a lot to us. But this evening is about you. But I do want to take a few minutes to talk about where we are headed. I'm sure that's of interest to all of you. We live in very interesting times, but let's take a couple of minutes to talk about what we've just come out of, fingers crossed. A lot of us, including myself, we often feel that we are out of the woods, COVID is behind us, but we are not entirely out of the woods. We still need to be careful, but we are certainly better than where we were. The last 2.5, 3 years have been indeed very, very difficult for all of us. We've all lost something special. In the business that we are in, we're always expected to be there, step up, especially in times of crises, be it floods, be it strikes, be it pandemic that we were never trained for. And clients have always told us that JLL, and when they speak about JLL, they speak about all of us in this room and our frontline organizations. They say that JLL and the partner employees always step up, like we did even in the last couple of years when we had the worst crisis that we were facing. Our frontliners were truly the warriors in a war against the pandemic. A lot of the people on the ground had to do things they were not trained for. I heard so many stories of selflessness that really made many of us emotional every time we talked about it. We had frontliners who basically were there for each other. They cooked for each other. They sang songs to keep each other's spirits alive. They did things that really convinced us that while the virus was strong, the human spirit was even stronger. The clients loved the spirit they showed, and the clients acknowledged. They acknowledged by thanking us profusely, but they also extended the contracts without RFPs in many cases. Now, along the way, few things happened. And while the pandemic seems to be behind us for the most part, there are certain changes that we saw in the last couple of years that have become permanent. The first change, I think, was driven by employees. As the job market grew tighter because of every company doing so well, we realized that the employees started expecting some things from their employers. The first expectation was around health and well-being and creating a delightful experience for them. Now, that's not something that every employer was used to, but employees said that is going to be the condition of engagement, condition of employment. And they started expecting an employer to focus on their well-being like never before. The second was around the new working ways. Hybrid models showed up, and employees said, look, regardless of where I work from, I expect you as my employer to help me be productive. You will have to make sure that my systems, my work, my calls are not interrupted, which means you'll have to do whatever it takes to ensure the infrastructure keeps running. And the third was around sustainability. And that was also driven by the need and the desire of employees to feel connected to a larger sense of purpose. Everybody saw these stories of selflessness from all over the world, and they were moved, they were touched. And they started taking those emotions to the workplace and said, what does it mean for me if I work here? What do you, my employer, stand for? And those discussions started creeping into our discussions in the world of real estate or facilities management as well. A lot of the conversations we started having with our customers were focused around these three new themes around experience, resilience, and sustainability. Now, we had to step up as service providers because our customers were looking at us to guide them through this process. We had to bring in different skill sets. We had to tweak our products. We had to introduce new products. And when I say we, I mean all of us. But I think we stepped up. We are on a journey that has just begun, but I think we are on to something really exciting, as Sushil pointed out as well. So while today we still respond to a lot of RFPs, the way we go to market has changed significantly. Today we try and go through a consulting-led model which allows us to engage clients proactively before the RFPs are out and talk to them about helping them deliver their objectives around these three themes that I talked about. These are some of the logos that we picked up in the last, I would say, 7 to 8 months. Most of these were without RFPs. A lot of these clients, basically, they were impressed with the value proposition we brought to them, aligned with their objectives, and they started talking to us about partnering on different aspects, not just facilities management, but transactions and advisory services, sustainability, project management, design build playbooks, etc. And that, we believe, is a journey that will allow us to open new doors. You can see some of these names belong to very small to mid-sized companies. For the longest time, we tried to tap into this segment, but we were not successful because we didn't have a strong value proposition. But now that real estate has entered the boardroom in terms of discussions, in terms of agenda topic, we are appealing to a new sense of, a new breed of stakeholders that are very interested in working with us. You can also see that some of these are unicorns, or sorry, some of these are unicorns wannabe, which means we will ride the wave with them, we'll grow with them. Now, what lies ahead? Clearly, I think while there are a lot of headwinds that Sushil talked about as well, in terms of interest rates, inflation, geopolitical issues, etc., there are also some tailwinds that are helping us. The China Plus One strategy, the Make in India strategy, the desire to offshore more work to India. All these will create more and more opportunities for us. They'll continue to open doors for us. Now, what do we expect from, I don't know how to go back on this, but if you can, there you, okay, that's fine. Just put it on slide view if you can, but I think I messed up somewhere. But don't worry about the slides, just look at me. What do we expect from you as a partner? Thank you. We expect a few things. We expect you to focus on skilling. It's very important to make sure that the skills you introduce, the skills you bring to the table, to the job sites, are aligned with the new world. They're aligned with the new themes. We also want you to focus on innovation. If there's anything you do over and over again, make sure you do it differently each time. So bring in automation, bring in technology. The third thing is, which aligns with the theme of today, is focus on diversity and inclusion and sustainability. Like was said in the previous video by, I think, by our CPO for APAC, that this sustainability topic is going to be around for the next 50 to 70 years at least. And last but not the least, focus on ethics. Make sure that all our teams that go to site every day, they acknowledge, they realize and understand that we won't compromise on any non-compliance from an ethics, which includes safety as well. Now, if you look at how the market, the previous slide please, if you look at how the market has reacted to all this, we've been well recognized by the industry, by our clients as well. Frost & Sullivan gives out the FM Company of the Year award, and they started this only a few years back, and we won that award every year, not just in India, but in Asia Pacific as well. And of course, I thank you for the support you've provided. So this award is for all of us. But the award that I'm really proud of is the award that was given to us by Ethisphere. Ethisphere is a third-party institute that gives out awards to companies that focus on ethical practices. And we won it for 14 successive years. And we obviously don't want to break that trend. Now, if I move to the next slide, I just want to conclude by saying we have launched a new brand just last week. And it basically says, see a brighter way. And it's no longer about make sure there's uptime, make sure there's clean bathrooms and clean desks, etc. That's a given. It is about influencing the future of world. So our purpose statement, which is very aligned with this brand statement, says we will shape the future of real estate for a better world. And better could be anything for different people, but really for us, it is about a world that's sustainable. So with that, I want to thank you again for your partnership, especially in the last 2-3 years. Thank you for your time today. And I really look forward to meeting those of you who I haven't been able to meet before. Thank you.
Let's hear a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Mr. Sethi. Thank you so much for those wonderful words. I'm sure everybody right here is definitely waiting for rewards and recognition. How many hands going up in the air? Every hand going up in the air. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, I would request firstly, Thomas, Head Sourcing and Procurement, West Asia IFM Work Dynamics, to please join me on stage and tell us more about rewards and recognition, the criteria, and lot more. So let's have a super big round of applause for the gentleman.
It's an absolute pleasure to see all of you, meet you, because for the last 2 years plus, we have all been catching up only on calls and virtual meetings. So this is an opportunity for us to officially and otherwise say thank you, recognize you and award you. I would request all of us to please give a round of applause to our partners who are all here in great numbers. Thank you so much. So my job here is to help you understand how we finally decided on who the awardees are and who would be the ones who would receive those awards. Firstly, I would like to say that the awards are just a symbol. Each one of you deserve all the accolades, all the applauses that we can possibly give for the wonderful work that you've done. But yes, at the end of the day, we can't give an award to everybody, so I'll just take you through what was the process that we followed. So these are the categories of awards. So they're going to be good around 38 awards which will be presented today. And the process that we followed for arriving at these. So these were the evaluation parameters: product and service, reporting and administration, innovation, energy and sustainability, collaboration, health and safety, total cost management, compliance, and its adherence. We had given the opportunity to each one of our partners to evaluate themselves. After that, we had 3 more rounds of evaluations, which were done by the operations, the supply chain, and then finally the jury. You can go to the next. So this was the evaluation process that we followed. And as you can see, that the jury which was formed, who finally decided, were from various facets of the business that we are in. So what I want to tell you all is that it is a very fair and a very, very transparent process that we followed. And in advance, I would like to recognize and thank all of you firstly for being here, and those who are going to get the awards. Many, many congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Thomas. I'm sure everyone's super excited. And ladies and gentlemen, as we proceed further, it's now time for the panel discussion on a very interesting subject: ESG, sustainability, diversity, and inclusion. And to moderate this true session, ladies and gentlemen, I want each one of you to join along with me and give a super big round of applause for our moderator. Where is the claps? Let's welcome Mr. Raman Bontra, Group Account Director, Work Dynamics, JLL India, to please join me on stage. Yeah, that's a true mandate. Firstly, thank you so much, Raman. I'm sure this discussion is going to be truly interesting.
I still don't hear the claps. I'm still on stage.
You still didn't hear this? And here is the applause.
Right.
And ladies and gentlemen, I take the pleasure of welcoming all our panelists on stage, starting from Mr. Kumar Sharma, CEO, Super Seva Global Services. Let's hear a big hand for the gentleman.
Miss.
Followed by Mr. Manjeet Sehrawat, Senior Director, SNP JLL India. Let's hear a big round of applause for Kavita Sitaraman, MD Envirotech Services.
Here.
Let's hear a big hand for Anushri, Head HR, Work Dynamics.
Yeah.
I'd also like to call upon Rishabh Vora, co-founder and MD Silla Group. And last but definitely not the least, let's hear a big round of applause for Sonika Chaturvedi, Account Director, JLL India.
Yeah, in that order.
Well, firstly, for all the panelists right here, thank you so much for your valuable time. And now, over to you, sir.
Thank you. Please be comfortable. Sonika. should be there. All right. So very warm good evening to all of you, and I'm just echoing what everybody just said. Everybody just spoke about. I remember being on the same stage about 3 years ago, and that was, I think, our first ever partner summit that we did. Nobody really knew what is in store for the next couple of years, and we had to do a couple of events virtually. But again, I mean, on behalf of JLL India, thank you so much. Thank you so much for everything that you do. And more importantly, thank you so much for coming here today and gracing the occasion. A warm welcome to all of you, ladies and gentlemen. And what a theme to start off a discussion today with, right? I mean, 2 years ago, would we have imagined that we'd be discussing sustainability, DE&I, in these kind of sessions? But yeah, that's the way the world is. I think that's the way we are moving ahead. And like Henry said, the next 50 to 70 years, our future for our kids and our grandkids basically depends on what we do and what we try to achieve for them today. So you've already got introduced to the panel, I think a very esteemed panel, a mix of our partners, a mix of our leaders from our ecosystem, and hopefully through this panel we'll be able to kind of answer at least some questions. I'm assuming some questions. I know not all the questions, but we'll start off straight away. So the way I'd like to kind of structure it, definitely in order, and I can call that order out. We like to firstly and foremost, hear some very quick thoughts on, on this topic of today, right? We're discussing sustainability, diversity, equity, and inclusion. So I'll start with Kumud. Kumud, thank you so much. Kumud's been in business for about 27 years. She's the managing director of Super Seva, also one of our esteemed partners. Kumud, I'd love to hear your thoughts.
So on diversity?
Yes, ma'am.
So being myself a diverse supplier to most of the corporations for last 22 years, just a correction, I'm running business for last 22 years. We are very, very mindful that diversity is the need of the time, and you can see that most of the time it's a reflection of the society that we are seeing that. So you can turn around the room and you can see how many diverse public is here. So that will give us some thought that it's the right time, at least we are discussing about it. So coming back to the hiring or having people at the workplace from the diverse background, it's very, very important, and we try to have our team. So we are mainly into reception businesses, staffing, and lot of processes we manage, roughly 15 to 20 processes at the back end. So coming to, let's say, reception services, we have seen. So it's a stereotype that it is manned by mostly women, beautiful women and good looking and well-trained staff who can welcome, and people walk into any big large corporations and they have a typical expectations. So the challenge what we have, that if we want to break the stereotyping there, we start to change the mindset of the stakeholders. The JLL as a buyer from us, or large corporations who are principal buyer from us, that they should be open first. If we have a transgender as a receptionist, how they are going to perceive it. If we have a differently able person at the reception, so that perception has to come in the mindset of all of us here sitting here. And then comes the challenges in hiring, which is a larger problem to solve. As Mr. Sandeep was sharing, that we need to skill people from those various backgrounds. That's very, very important, because we are finding, we came across a requirement from a corporate where we needed to hire a transgender, and we found it very, very difficult to really get the skilled person. We were just looking at the profile who needs to know the Excel sheet, a data entry kind of person. We couldn't find. So skilling is a big need, and differently abled, coming to that point, is a big, larger problem to solve. Because first of all, are we ready that one differently able person, assume on a wheelchair, can walk from his home to office? Can he, in the given scenario? No, because things are not ready. I mean, he cannot walk. We don't have a pedestrian for the wheelchair. We don't have offices ready for that. He cannot be independently coming to office. So we need to be really solving a larger problem at the policy level from the governance, government, and then coming to the corporations and the supplier. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Kumud. Very, very articulate thoughts, and I will circle back on these in a minute. Let me just hear all the panelists out. And on a lighter note, I think the only guy who needs an introduction on the panel is Manjeet. And he called me and said, listen, I want the easiest question on the forum. Right? So, Manjeet, this is the easiest questions that are coming your way, right? And my question is, I mean, you know, we've been discussing diversity, inclusion, sustainability for a while. I know for a fact that last 2 years, yes, there's been a lot of discussion around sustainable materials, greener materials, cleaner materials, etc. I want to kind of focus, and I want your thoughts in terms of what are the discussions that we are having with a wider audience around diversity, equity, and inclusion in terms of you know, what's on the table that we can take to clients as a team.
So there's two parts to it, Raman. One is that what discussions, at what stage of discussions we are with our partners, who contribute in terms of good about 60% of our supply chain which is coming downstream, and then what we further take it to our clients. So there's two parts to it. So I'll address the first one first, that what we are now engaged in. We have surely broken the stereotype of that a particular role can only be done by a particular people, like houseboys or our housemaids, right? So we only thought that housemaid will only be placed in women washrooms. There are no supervisors around them. At least we've reached to that level now. You'll find the lady supervisors in security, lady inspectors who's coming out. So those kind of things are coming up. And with this, and I've had a lot of discussion with our security partners, and some of them are here. You know, with these inclusions are coming with these ranks, attritions have gone down. People, the difficulties in terms of managing the sites have reduced from their perspective. That's one. Now, coming back to how do we take it to? The measurement is not there. Everybody comes and talks. We do not, even if today, if I ask, leaving aside few of our suppliers, that what is their diversity count, they probably would not be knowing it. But the good thing is that of late, I would say, year down the line, now our suppliers are coming and saying that this is what we are, and this is where we endeavor to go. And that's very, very healthy sign in our industry, I would say. They are identifying it, they're measuring it, they're kind of reporting it, and which is giving us a confidence that, you know, now we are truly inclusive in terms of our approach. That's the manpower I would say.
Excellent. Well, thanks, Manjeet. And I think it's a great next step, right? And I think we're moving in the right direction, which kind of, and again, I mean, towards the end, maybe we'll start hearing a lot more on this aspect of it. But Kavita, the question to you is, it's an entirely opposite spectrum, right? What, in your opinion, I mean, you've been in the business for a while. It's, again, you know, it's manpower based, etc. But what do you think? What are your thoughts? Long-term repercussions if we do not really focus on these aspects of sustainability, diversity, and inclusion.
Yeah, this is the world over topic now. This,
That's for sure.
Equality and inclusion. Like it will be like riding a bicycle and competing with a car if you don't adapt into these three strategies.
Very well said.
Because the entire HR is looking into this kind of strategy and actually remodeling the entire HR structure nowadays. So we all are talking about the transgenders normally actually as the inclusion in the diversity part, but apart from that there are so many actually aspects in including the inclusions. Like we have religion-based companies, like see few sites where we have quoted, we were rejected that we were not into some particular religion. So many things are there, like a lot of inclusions have to happen. We are taking small baby steps, but still actually we are not working for our own company. We are working for the other companies. It should be a synchronized thinking with the client. Client adaptability is more important. Like we can think over, actually we can change the entire system and other things, but it is not so in facilities management. It should be definitely agreeable with the client side. Unless otherwise they actually adapt our systems or our thinking, it is really impossible at this juncture. So as the property management company, actually we rely upon property management companies like JLL, and we will put forward our resisting steps and other things. So it should be a total change. Not as a single individual, we cannot do anything. It should be a closed thing, and it should be a synchronized thinking. This is my view.
Excellent. Thank you so much. I think I'll pick up on a couple of, that actually deserves a round of applause. Thank you. I'll pick up a couple of very important points that you said, and interestingly, you mentioned HR. So my next question actually goes to HR. But a couple of points she mentioned is riding a cycle right now and competing with a car. And it could be riding a motorcycle and competing with an aeroplane, maybe in a couple of years' time if we don't really focus on this, an inclusive and collective thinking, right, to kind of get the agenda going forward. But Anu, I mean, it also really depends upon, therefore, how do we really work with our partners? One, how do we work with our D&I advocates, you know, that, for example, every firm is now kind of having, not only within the firm, but how do we kind of holistically work towards it? Absolutely, love to hear your thoughts.
I think, and thank you everybody for sharing your thoughts. Raman, in order to, I think, about how I'm perceiving your question is, one, we advocate diversity within the organization. How do we identify advocates beyond our organization in the partners that we deal with, organizations that we work with? I think the first and foremost thing is that diversity is always best driven when it is top driven in the organization. Every leader needs to take a pledge and be vociferously talking about it, be very vocal about our commitments to diversity. Like we are today using, JLL is using this opportunity. We could have chosen any theme, but it shows our commitment to diversity that the theme of the event, it may be very unrelated, but we deliberately chose this theme because we want to show it to the world and prove that it's very important and close to our hearts. We need to talk about numbers. All of us are hearing people who have diverse population, and it's not just related to females. Beyond the thoughts in diversity, the results in diversity and everything are more profitable organizations. Organizations who have female members on their board deliver better net profits and results, and it's all proven with data and facts now. I think I said we need to be very vocal about our commitment to diversity. The world has changed and transformed in the last 2 years, and diversity and inclusion is also evolving. We have actually digitized most of the ways we reach out to employees to make their employee experience very uniform. However, it's very important from a D&I perspective that we still create and curate very specific employee experience, and we don't treat everybody equally. While it is important that it should be high impact, high touch, but curated employee experience is very important to make employees feel that how each employee is diverse to us is important to us, and we're uniquely bringing practices to them. A lot of organization, and Intel is one example, where they are linking the exec and board's compensation with the diversity targets, that you only get a share of your bonus and your RSUs if you commit to these diversity targets. We need to look at some of these practices in the organizations that we partner with, in the larger network that we deal with. We need to pick up these symbols and obviously create our policies and processes around it, and that's how basically you identify who are the advocates of the diversity, who just don't talk, they tell and they show basically what their commitments are.
Thank you. Yeah, for some reason, please don't believe that this is choreographed. It's just leading to the next question, right? So I'm going to slightly, like I was telling, a slightly out of a syllabus question from that perspective, right? But Rushabh, again, I mean, to the point that Anu makes, right? You've been in volume hiring for a while. Between Scylla and JLL, we've been partners for almost half a decade. And I know that Scylla has done their bit in terms of hiring from underrepresented communities, right? It could be LGBTQs, people with special abilities, etc. Two parts to my question. One, what do we do from where do we attract such talent? That's point number one. Question number two is, once we attract the talent and get them on board, what do we need to do more to kind of make sure that we retain that talent and help grow that talent? So, your thoughts.
Yeah, sure. So, just, quick before I go, I did a guesstimate when I came here on how many people and frontliners, people in this room probably employ, and I was thinking somewhere in the range of 300,000. So, it kind of really, it's really important given the way the world is moving, as right-wing as it is, for us to do our bit to, be a little more liberal and focus a little more on diversity and do our bit. In terms of where we attract talent from, frankly, it hasn't been very hard, right? We have a colleague of mine, Raghav, here has stopped at a signal in Bangalore and gone and spoken to a transgender, and through that network, we really built our network with the transgender community. And then there's an evangelist in Bombay who's for the community, and we've tied up with her. So we hire from there. We hire from schools where that actually have people with special abilities graduate from there. So we did a lot of that, but the mistake we were making and we realized was the game is retention when it comes to hiring people with special needs or different backgrounds. And we had a customer, I think it was in Hyderabad or Bangalore, and we hired a transgender there, and we were really happy about it. We met the need of the customer, we met what we would require, but they just probably did not know how to adapt themselves into an environment that they're not very used to. So that kind of was a setback for us. We learned, we got back on the drawing board, and then the focus became skilling, right? And how do you upskill them? And we've been focusing on that and doing a lot to upskill them. The other thing we do to retain them is we have a foundation where we actually pay for the education of our frontline staff, and we ask our customers to donate, and it's a registered foundation. So we put the diverse employee bucket right in front of the line to pay for their kids' education and to educate them. So we have to think out of the box on retention efforts for them, and that's what we've done. And it's honestly quite close to our heart. Pre-pandemic, we were about 14% women at Scylla as an organization, which was pathetic. And only after our investors started questioning and we were reporting, when we realized it's 14%, we're now up to about 26. In our business, it's tough, where the target is to get towards 30 and closer now. So yeah, that's it.
You make a very, very important point. While all the points are important, the one point I've kind of really picked up is the focus that's coming in from your investors, correct? And that's a very common theme that you're seeing around employee health and wellness. You're seeing those themes around moving to better buildings or A-class buildings. I'm actually very, very glad to hear that there is a lot of investor focus also to kind of make sure that our D&I or a percentage of D&I hirings actually go up, right? So a very valid point. Thanks, Rushabh. Sonika, you've been with us for a while, and you come in from a fairly diverse background, but for everybody's benefit, Sonika has been a hotelier, and hotels, I think, have done their bit. I think they've done, and they're slightly a couple of steps ahead from our industry in terms of DE&I, right? What are your first thoughts on how can organizations like us, like ours, including our partner network, overcome these challenges and move ahead with this agenda?
Right. Thank you for the question, and thank you all my co-panelists. I'm going to take the cue from what Anu said. For a lot of organizations and what my background is, what gets one of my bosses, very first bosses used to say, what gets measured gets done, right? So from when I started in hotel, where the number of women and diverse population that was part of the industry at that point of time, to about a year back when I left, I agree there's been a huge progress. While there is still a very, very long way to go, and coming to this, a different industry now, pattern is more or less the same, like you rightly said. There is, hotels have done a bit more. From what Kumud was saying, that because of the perception of that there has to be a lady at the reception and things like that, so the industry demanded for hotels to focus on having more women. So with regards to, I think it's more about sustainability with regards to prolonged employment within these industries that becomes a problem, because these are very time and energy
you need to physically be there. We are not the IT sector who could work remotely in a hybrid environment. And as you pretty much go through the ranks, you would see the population of women workforce dropping out, and that's exactly the challenge that hotel faced as well. After 2 year, 3 year, you see a drop percentage increasing a lot within the women folks. And that is an area, I think, as an organization, the more infrastructure policies that we can work on with regards to sustaining their long-term tenure and have a career path for them where they can see themselves growing into. And that's what, that was a huge factor with regards to hotels to increase the women population within the system. A lot of support system helps a lot within the women community as well. So we used to work with women-to-women mentorship, to support them, help them. Those are the kind of initiatives, I think, the more we adapt them in smaller groups, and that's and measure it year on year. So each hotel, I remember, used to have a target that this year you have X number of women employees and it needs to move to a Y next year. Those are the kind of initiatives that I think would drive the diversity and having more women population.
Excellent, thank you. I know, if you look at it from an industry perspective, I think there are a lot of industries that we can look up to, right? To kind of pick up the ticks of the trade. What all of us are saying today is not new, to be honest, right? It's been part of discussions to a certain extent, somewhere to a great extent, even pre-pandemic levels. But it's reached a level where if you don't, I think what all of you are saying is it's reached a level where if we don't act now, then I think we are left behind. And we are left behind from a great perspective. But I'm just going to kind of slightly go back to the point, Anu, that you were making, is if there's a fear of missing out, and when I'm saying fear of missing out means fear of left behind, I know there's a lot of data. I know there's a lot of data that suggests organizations with higher diversity across have better results, right? From your perspective, how do you look at it? And anything that you can talk about.
Raman, one is reporting numbers and measuring it, like Sonika also said. One is taking visible actions around that. So it all starts with hiring. You need to have practices and not have vanilla approach to bring in more diverse talent, and whether it is LGBTQ, whether it is transgender, whether it is female employees, your policies and processes need to be carved out in a way that the person who you're looking to hire or diverse candidate feels attracted towards the organization. Sandeep spoke about health and well-being, hybrid work policies. Kumud spoke about a person in a wheelchair. Can he reach from his home directly to office? So a lot of it depends on every organization to what extent they are okay to tweak their existing policies, challenge their existing policies to make them more diverse friendly, whether it is more female friendly. How many organizations are looking at revisiting their leave policies, revisiting their medical policies to invite more talent, which feels that companies actually interested in hiring me? How many everybody is talking about health and well-being. How many organizations are actually, it's an aspect of offshoot of diversity and inclusion. How many employers are making an effort to include more well-being at work, which employees want, not what I want to showcase to the world that I have good health and well-being practices. So I think it all depends on an organization to what extent you are okay to go and not be a front runner, be a trend setter, change what an employee is looking for today, and obviously you will meet your numbers, but you should be ready to challenge yourself and challenge the status quo of how you are set up as an organization, how your culture is set up.
Excellent, excellent. And on that point, right, Kavita, you were mentioning inclusiveness from not only from our side, but also from our client's perspective, right? What are the one or two things as a service provider that you would look at us for as your partners, and therefore directly look at your clients for to just enhance and kind of get more inclusive towards a common approach, for a lack of a better word, on this topic?
She rightly said, actually. Inclusiveness is more important in my opinion, because other things will fall into place, like diversity or equality, everything will fall into place. See, because the large number of employees whom we are working with, even from the JLL perspective or from the vendor perspective, is the housekeepers. See, while we have a palatious dinner waiting for us after the work and we'll commute in the car and other things, they actually travel by bus and they will not even have the dinner, or so many issues actually, whether a drunken husband will be there to invite them. So actually when they are coming into the workplace, I feel they should be treated with utmost dignity. That is not happening in most of the sites. They are only treated as janitors.
I agree.
Actually, that should change. Once it changes, actually other things will fall into place. We can actually extract the quality of work from them. See, because they should not get frustrated working in a environment where they are not treated properly. See, because recently we have faced so many issues, like so many attritions were happening only for the reason they were not treated properly. Like actually the way of talking to them and other things, actually they pinched them a lot and they left the this thing job. See, because if you see the salary part, everybody is getting the same salary. It is not like very few hundreds only, there will be a difference, but they need not actually adjust everything and work in an environment. I feel actually inclusiveness and treating with dignity, we can retain employees and we can improve the quality. That is very, very important in any site.
Excellent. Actually, this is, there are live examples. It's what you're essentially saying is, if you're walking through a corridor, there's no harm in wishing somebody good morning, right? And that somebody could be anybody, for that matter. So thank you for your thoughts. But Manjeet, related just on this aspect of it, right? You did mention discussions are happening. You did mention there is a lot of focus now coming in slowly and steadily from our partner network, from our sides as well. As a procurement professional who's now dealing with this on a daily basis, right? What are one or two things that you'd like us to tweak? One or two things that you like us to tweak, you like us to change, to kind of just accelerate, our thought process around diversity and inclusion.
I think we need to now start incentivize our partners who show interest and bring results on the table. It's time. It's not only the cost. Rather, we should see the value proposition what brings out to be. If some partners like Rushabh also spoke about, and Kavita also spoke about, if the partners are doing extra bit in creating the environment of inclusion and diversity, and they are bringing and measuring the results, which we are also capable to take out to our clients and bring objective in our delivery. I think we should promote and give some incentive to these partners. This is one thing. Second thing, we need to also look to now look beyond these typical services and see that in our systems, that how we can promote the what Kavita brought out, the dignity of labor, how it is. And I would love to quote this example. Some of us, when I was in Mumbai BKC office, there was one janitor, she was there, and morning when some of the early comers like me, Rajats and all, she used to smile on the, she used to, there in the reception, and she used to smile, "Good morning, sir," and very bright. It used to just cheer up your day. I still remember that face of that lady. So it really impacts, and what Kavita said also is very important. So these are things we all need to do it, and we should promote our partners, supervisors, whosoever the site to, bring this as a culture to us. That's what.
Excellent. No, thanks. The good part or the not so good part about interesting panel discussions are you always are out of time, right? So I know I'm getting a bit of tinkers on time, but a last couple of thoughts, Kumud, from you, and then Rishabh, maybe closing comments from your side, right? Any thoughts that you like? You spoke about skilling. You spoke about you seem very passionate about how to skill this workforce to do better things. What are the one or two things that you think we still need to do from a skilling perspective?
We can do a lot. In fact, from a skilling perspective, we should encourage suppliers. We should have a complete sourcing, path where we know where we get, first of all, those kind of people with the diverse profile. Like for differently able, we know now a couple of institutions, NGOs who are working for this. For transgender, we could meet just one supplier in past 2-3 years, Chennai based. We couldn't find out more. So we need to know, need to talk about them. So first knowing part, and then finding out this population, and then knowing the gap, skill gap. Knowing the skill gap, more than that, where is the need? So finding the need and then bridging that gap. So identifying the gap would be interesting, and then skilling them will make sense. Otherwise, we will be skilling and still will not be able to employ them. So it's a wastage. Second part, actually, I would like to answer, which was addressed to Manjeet, that you are saying what we can do as a JLL or a corporations. I strongly feel like now a lot of focus has come on the diverse supplier, if you see. So as a supplier now, corporations have mandated that this much business has to go to the diverse supplier, and we are also one of the beneficiary of that. The same way we can have mandate that if you are giving so many resources, have this much percentage as a diverse, this much percentage as a transgender, this much percentage as a differently able, this much is women. So maybe that could be a mandate, and initially we can be little compromising in the sense what I'm saying, the outcome, productivity may not be same. So we have to little bit, but somewhere we have to start where productivity will be little low, efficiency can be little low, but we all know that what we are working towards a larger cause, we are talking about 50 years for the next generation or next to next generation, we are building the thing. So that mandate might help.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Important, just on that piece, right, you spoke about mandates, and Rishabh, I'm slightly going back to the answer that you gave on, areas where we can hire, how do you attract such talent, etc. And you slightly broke a ceiling here, right? Because when you go to clients and check with them, I think the question is, we're happy to hire people, differently able people, where do we get them from, right? So what made you do what you did? I mean, Raghav standing at a street light and, talking to a transgender to hire her possibly. Yeah?
The honest, I don't know if this is working, but the honest answer is, look, we had a mandate from our investor who had a mandate from his LP that we need to report every quarter, but then obviously that got us thinking. So we had to put that, we have to get the numbers every quarter, and which now has made us, after all of that is when we set up this Silla for Change Foundation. And after that, so now it's got us thinking a lot more about the model stuff. But so what made, and coming back to what you asked Manjeet, right? If people like JLL or the customer pushes a vendor more to do it, we will have no choice to do it, we will do it. And then we'll also understand why we're doing what we're doing and what the kind of pros of it are. So I hope that answers your question, but that's how we that's how we started out. No one thought ESG before the pandemic, frankly. No one thought about it as much. I would be lying if I said we thought about it all the time. We were chasing profit and EBITDA, and that's all we were chasing. Now, obviously, there's a lot more that we're chasing.
Excellent. I'm just out of time, just under a minute, but just to kind of summarize this discussion, ladies and gentlemen, what you heard today is not very different from what we've all been hearing, right? A couple of points that really stand out, and I appreciate what Rishabh said. It's not really hard if you try hard. Let's be honest about that. The second point which really stands out is focus, irrespective of what our investors tell us or not. But I think it's now an written truth and not an unwritten truth. I was reading somewhere that the diversity and inclusion discussions in the boardroom started about 15 years ago, and it started with having women in the boardroom, which was a great start. It's taken us 15 years, and it's taken a couple of years of pandemic to get to where we are today. And I can just conclude by saying is if we directly correlate to whatever our panelists told us today, I think it's left me at least with a lot of food for thought in terms of how do we approach this topic slightly differently. So it's asking the question the other way around for us to kind of make a flick in the head and just switch it on to kind of move that through. With that, you've been a wonderful panel. A round of applause for the panelists. And you've been a wonderful audience too. Thank you so much and have a great evening. Thank you. Thank you for all the panelists. Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, firstly, let's hear a big round of applause for our panelists and our moderator. It truly was a session. I'm sure everyone definitely loved it. So come on, everyone, a bigger applause to everybody right here on dais. Well, on that note, As I thank our panelists and our moderator, I would also request Shraddha from Bonita Plants to please join me on stage to hand over memento as token of appreciation to all our dignitaries on stage. Starting with our panelists, let's hear a big hand for Kumar Sharma. Well, I request Kumud to please come forward. Let's capture a wonderful click and capture some wonderful memories. Here we have Shraddha. Let's give a big hand, requesting everyone to please be right here. To all our panelists, starting from Kumud, Manjeet, Kavita. I think we can hand over one by one to everybody. Makes it much more easier. Well, after a wonderful discussion, it's truly time for us for some entertainment as well. So let me quickly ask everyone, what entertainment are you all expecting? I request everyone to please stay back on stage. All our dignitaries, let's capture a wonderful picture with Shraddha. Requesting you to please stay back. I'm just trying to have a conversation with everybody, trying to know what's on their mind. So how many of you are looking forward for a stand-up comedy show? A few hands going up in the air. How many of you are looking out for some music? Okay, few hands. What about dance? Wow, now that's the maximum. Let's hear a big hand to the entire dignitaries right here on stage. Thank you so much for a lovely discussion. And definitely it's time for us to capture some beautiful clicks and make memories this lovely evening. Thank you so much, everyone. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, as the maximum hands are up for a dance performance, and that is why I'm going to say a yes as well. So coming up on stage, we have a very interesting entertainment program. It's a ballet dance from Lewis Foundation, started by two people, Yana Lewis and Devang Bhanushali. Well, they are known to definitely leave you all speechless with their wonderful performance. And this act is also having a theme. The theme is the equity theme. So ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for you. Sit back, relax, keep up the beautiful smile and enjoy the ballet performance. So can we all give a big round of applause for Lewis Foundation? And ladies and gentlemen, that is JLL. Let's give a big round of applause for the wonderful team for what a graceful performance. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, truly it's time for us to get started with the much awaited rewards and recognition. So I want to check with everybody. Are you all ready? Well, I guess everyone is ready. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, as we get started to do the honors, firstly, let me truly take the pleasure of welcoming on stage for our very first award. Firstly, let's give a big hand for Mr. Ajit Kumar, Group Account Director, Work Dynamics, to please join me on stage to present the first award, the Best Janitorial Services North and East Region. Well, let's give a big hand for Ajit Kumar. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a look at the nominations. Well, a hearty warm welcome to you. Let's have a look at the nominations, and ladies and gentlemen, and the award goes to
SK Facilities Management Services Private Limited.
Well, let's keep up the claps really, really loud as we congratulate SK Facility Management Services Private Limited. Well, truly, let's capture some wonderful clicks and give in our best smiles. Well, the team is not here, but what if they're not here? We still can give a big round of applause for them. Hearty congratulations to the entire team for winning this. On behalf of the team, truly lots of smiles. Thank you so much, Mr. Ajit Kumar, for doing the honors. And ladies and gentlemen, to present the next award, I would like to call upon Jeepu Jose James, Group Account Director, Work Dynamics, to please join me on stage to present the award for Best Janitorial Services, West Region. And let's have a look at the nominations. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the award goes to
joint winner of West Region Express House.
a big round of applause to the entire team. Well, truly, it's a moment to capture some beautiful clicks, and let's hear again.
Next one goes to Duster's Total Solution.
Hearty congratulations and thank you so much, Mr. James, for doing the honors. I request all our awardees, wherever you are seated, whenever your name is called out, we really want to see the $1 million smile on your face. So come with that super high energy and charge and let's capture some beautiful clicks. And now to present the next award, ladies and gentlemen, I request Mr. Raman Bontra to please join me on stage to present the award for Best Janitorial Services South Region. And let's have a look at the nominations.
This is going to be exciting. Sort of 5 nominations, we have multiple award winners. I have the privilege of handing over the awards to each one of them. The first award goes to Enablers Property Solutions.
A big hearty congratulations to the entire team. And here we go again.
The joint winner of these awards is 24/7 facility.
Well, truly a lot of applause, and let's give up the energy, ladies and gentlemen. A super high applause for everybody. Truly a hearty congratulations to all the winning teams.
And last but not the least, Envirotech Services.
And here I see the team with a super exciting smile walking up to the stage. Hearty congratulations to you. Well, definitely a big white smile is definitely needed. Hearty congratulations to you. And thank you so much, Mr. Raman, for doing the honors. As we move on to our next category, I would now like to call upon Mr. Ashish Nanda, Group Account Director, Work Dynamics, to please join me on stage. And here's the next category. And the nominations are and ladies and gentlemen, the award goes to
winner. And the winner for Best Technical Services North and East, Edco Energy India Private Limited. Congratulations.
heartiest congratulations to the entire team. Well, let's give a super big applause to the entire team and let's welcome them on stage. Well, truly, rewards and recognitions are a way to say that you are incredibly performing so well. And thank you so much for all your great support and continue to deliver the best always. And the next category, ladies and gentlemen. And the nominees are and ladies and gentlemen, the award goes to
Logicon Facility Management Private Limited. Congratulations.
hearty congratulations to you. Well, congratulating the entire team for your wonderful support and contribution. Ladies and gentlemen, we must hear a big hand to the entire team. Once again, wishing you all the best. With that, thank you so much, Mr. Nanda, for doing the honors. And now, ladies and gentlemen, to present the next award, I would like to call on stage Mr. Padma Kumar, West Asia Operations Director, to please join me on stage. Let's hear a big hand for the gentleman. And the next category is and ladies and gentlemen, let's have a look at the nominations. And with that, the award goes to
and the award goes to, there's a joint winner for Technical Services South Region. It is Shabari Telecable Network Private Limited and Shankar Electricals.
Well, both of them announced together, which means we have double smiles on stage. Let's give a big hand to both the wonderful teams and let's capture clicks one by one so that we can capture moments forever and seal these memories. Well, the team is not right here and we would like to proceed with the next category. Thank you so much, Mr. Kumar, for doing the honors. And as we proceed further, I would like to call upon Anil Pandita and Srinivas Rao to do the next honors. Let's hear a big hand to both of them. Thank you so much, Mr. Anil, and thank you so much, Mr. Rao, for joining us on stage. And the category, ladies and gentlemen, here we have on screen. And now let's have a look at the nominations. And with that, the award goes to
winner for the winner for the best security services goes to Peregrine Guarding Private Limited.
Well, let's hear a big round of applause for the team. Wishing you all the good luck. Congratulations. Thank you so much for your wonderful support and contribution. I request both Mr. Anil and Mr. Rao to please stay back on stage. And with that, can we have a look at the next category? that, we had a look at the nominations. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the award goes to
the winner for Best AMC Services, Stool CSHPL India Private Limited.
Well, we must really congratulate the entire team. Hearty congratulations to you. As you walk up to the stage, we are truly delighted to congratulating your entire team for your great support and wonderful work. Congratulations once again. Congratulations and thank you so much, dignitaries on dais, for your valuable time. And now, ladies and gentlemen, can we have a big hand for all the winners? And now it's time for us to sit back, relax, and enjoy a quick video address by Chef Rain, followed by, how many of you enjoyed the ballet performance? Wow. So, are you all waiting for one more? Doesn't look like. Ladies and gentlemen, do you all want to see one more performance? Looks like the energy levels have gone a little low. Let me do something interesting. So the entire team right here, let me term this as a team A. So when I point out at you, I want everybody to just clap for 5 to 3 seconds non-stop. 3 to 5 seconds non-stop. And everybody sitting in the center, when I point out you as team B, you have to scream as loud as possible that your voice has to reach the reception, the lobby area. Okay, and team C, towards my left-hand side, when I point out at you, you're supposed to do what Namma Uru Bengaluru is famous when RCB match is playing. What's that? What's that? Whistling, correct. So let's see how everyone's going to do it well. And everyone seated behind, you are equally participating in this. Team A, Team B, and Team C. Here we go, let's start with Team A. Team B. Wow, that's a good energy. Team C. Wow. So only you are doing it. Only you are doing it. Okay, let's try this. Team A. Team B. Team B. Team C. Team A. Team B. Team C. Team A, B, C together. Wow, now that truly is a fabulous energy, and let's have a look at the video address, please. Well, ladies and gentlemen, now let's hear from Mr. Felix Ruish, Chairperson, Chef Rain, to please join me on stage to speak a few words. Let's hear a big hand for the gentleman.
Can I have this one or? Oh, it's not here anymore. Okay. Hello, everybody. I'm very glad to stay here. Thank you very much that you invited me. I've flown in this morning from Switzerland directly to be here with us. I'm glad to say some words regarding robotics. As you could hear, I'm from CleanFix, Switzerland, and we from CleanFix, especially our owner and our engineering and R&D team, they could already realize 14 years ago that innovation will be the future in our businesses. So you have to imagine, 14 years ago, they started to develop a cleaning robot. At that time, everyone was loving and say, this will never be the future, this will never coming, but they never gave up in the CleanFix team. And now we are proud to say that we have one of the best robots in the world. Before, I could hear quite often that people explain to us we have to be open-minded to robotics. We have robots here in India since almost 4 years, and people speak about it, they think about it, but honestly, I could not see that they do a first step. So I'm wondering, and I will see, and I hope they realize that now it's time to do this step, to learn, to see the benefits, and to go in the market with. I would say when I see in other countries in the world, robotic means not that we have to fire all our stuffs. Robotic means we are ready for the next step. Robotic means we can give to our staff, to the employees, more time to clean the parts and the places where robot cannot do the cleaning. We can bring the hygiene in a higher level. And we have to know, we have to find out how the robot can help us. When we compare this with the computers, in the beginning, when the first company started to work with computer, that was also kind of an investment. That was kind of innovation. That was kind of learning and maybe spend first some money before you could earn the money. In the robotic, it's a little bit the same. We should go a first step. You should think about it. You should explain to your customers that this can be the future. Why it can be the future? When we calculate only hours, square feet, and calculate return of invest, it's not easy to find it on the table in the office. But when we think more in the total view, we can, for example, when the entrance is cleaned much more often during the rain season, the lobby, everything, we save that much time and even energy to do later on the cleaning all the building. So when people or the staff go with dirty shoes to the carpets or with dusty shoes, that means we have to clean the carpets more often. When we take care that in the entrance we clean very often, maybe with a robot, frequently, we can save later on this time to clean the rest of the building more often. So there are many other things than only calculating square feet to the price to hours. For example, what we can also see, we spoke about it, that we need more young people. We have to skill them. When we offer them new solutions, new technologies, also the people who are interested to have some interesting jobs, they go in our businesses, they help us, they join us. So there are many things why I think it's now time to go in the robotics. We offer you two options. We have the scrubber dryer robot, the big one, and to make it a little bit easier, maybe in several different buildings, we offer also the smaller carpet cleaning robots. So I think there is not the reason that the investment is maybe too big with the big robot. I think it's very easy and it makes sense to think about it, to go maybe also with the smaller robots to show to your customer, look, we are ready. We bring innovation, we help you to reduce the fine dust in the building. We show you that we can maybe move from the cleaning during the night when we have the noisy vacuum cleaners. We can do the cleaning of the carpet with the robots during the nights. We can move to the day cleaning, and we bring these ideas in the field. I think there are many more options and ideas why now it's time to go in the robotics. I will be interested to see if what we spoke before, what some other team leaders in the video explained to us, if this really go now in the future with JLL, with the partners. We are here from CleanFix Chevron to help you, and we will see if it's going on. I have one more thing to explain, if maybe not everyone knows here in this meeting room. I'm very proud to let you know that we from CleanFix Chevron opened our factory in June this year. So also this is a step, this is a risk, this is kind of innovation for us to bring our knowledge to produce high quality machines in India. This is what we spoke about it. We have to be open-minded, we have to make things changing. We did it, so we will really produce machines in India. We will produce machines for India and for Asia Pacific. We will bring the knowledge, the quality, the durability, sustainability from Switzerland to India. We will do improvements because India, they have many good ideas. They are sometimes even better than we in Europe. And we will produce here to make the supply chain shorter and to make everything more environment friendly. It's also our idea to bring machines in the market which can have a long running time and which are able to repair. And please help me a little bit to understand and to explain in the team to the customer that sometimes environment friendly and finally the better option even from the price side can be a product which have a long lifetime and which is possible to repair. All things like this, we are here as a team from my joint venture partner Chevron, we from CleanFix, and of course finally all together with your ideas, with your knowledge, that we can make things changing and go in the future together in India. I myself, I'm always happy to stay here. Maybe in 10 years I can ask for the Indian passport and I don't ask for a visa all the time. Let's see, and I'm very glad to be here to have the chance to do this short statement from my side. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Felix, for sharing all the details. Let's hear a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Mr. Felix for providing us all the necessary details. On that note, as we proceed further, it's now time for one more wonderful ballet performance, and this time the theme is the inclusion theme. So let's hear a big hand to the entire team coming up on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, where's the energy? Can we all make some noise? 3, 2, 1, DJ, roll the music, please. Well, ladies and gentlemen, truly I must say, what an elegant performance, and they truly deserve a big round of applause. So let's give a big hand to the entire team for such a lovely performance. On that note, it's definitely time for us to get started with the next set of awards. Are you all ready? Well, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, to do the honors, let me request Mr. Babji to please join me on stage. Let's hear a big hand for Mr. Babji, APAC Workplace Operation Facilities Management Lead. Thank you so much, sir, for being right here on stage. And here's the category. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a look at the nominations. And the award goes to...
The award for the Best Facility Consumables Partner is JLL.
Well, indeed, a big super applause to the entire team. Let's give a big hand and let's capture a wonderful moment. Well, with super high energy, we would like to congratulate the entire team. Hearty congratulations to you. Wishing you lots of good luck and many, many more to come in future. And with that, now let's have a look at the next category. Let's have a look at the nominations, please. And ladies and gentlemen, the award goes to...
The winner for the Best Hygiene Services, Origami Cellular Private Limited.
Well, hearty congratulations to the entire team. Let's give a big hand to them, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, where's the energy? Let's give a big hand to the entire team right here on stage. Thank you so much, Mr. Babji, for doing the honors. I'd now like to request Mr. Ravi to please join me on stage to present the next award. Mr. Ravi, Senior Director, Transition and Optimization. Let's hear a big hand for the gentleman. Hearty warm welcome to you, sir. Let's have a look at the next category. And the nominations are and ladies and gentlemen, the winner is
and the winner for the best office supplies partner, Veneer eStore Solutions Private Limited.
hearty congratulations to the entire team. Well, definitely a moment to capture. Congratulations to them. And now the energy is coming.
ABC didn't happen.
ABC didn't happen. I think I'll get that done. Come on, teams. At the count of 3. A, B, C together. 3, 2, 1, go! And here it is. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. We should keep up the same energy to congratulate and appreciate everybody. On that note, let's have a look at the next category. And let's have a look at the nominations, please. The award goes to
And the winner for the best pest control services, HVL Pest Services Private Limited.
a bigger applause to the entire team. Congratulations to you. Wishing many, many more in the future. As we capture a wonderful click and as we proceed to the next award, I would like to thank Mr. Ravi for doing the honors. Thank you so much for your valuable time on stage. And I would like to call upon Mr. Biju Joseph to please join me on stage to present the next award. Come on, everybody, let's give a big hand for Mr. Joseph, Regional Finance Director, CS Accounts, West Asia. And Mr. Joseph is just hinting at me that nobody's clapping and that's why I'm coming so slow. Yeah, and here you are. Let's have a look at the category, please. And the nominations are ladies and gentlemen, the award goes to...
The award for Best Compliant Score is shared by 2 partners. And the winner is 24/7 Facility Services Connect Private Limited.
Hearty congratulations to the entire team. Well, truly spreading a lot of smiles this lovely evening. And we are extremely delighted to be congratulating all of you for your wonderful support and your contribution. And in the next category.
And the other award goes to Apollo Power Systems Private Limited.
A big hand to the entire team of Apollo Power Systems Private Limited. As we continue to congratulate all the wonderful teams right here on stage. Once again, thank you so much, and thank you so much, Mr. Joseph, for doing the honors. And to present the next award, I would like to call on stage Mr. Avik Sinha, Chief Financial Officer, India, to please join me on stage to present the next award. Let's have a look at the category, please.
You know, the biggest round of applause happens when finance is in the room, so the next three categories gets the largest round of applause. Yeah?
That's a good one. And now let's have a look at the nominations. And ladies and gentlemen, the award goes to
Sri Narayana Enterprises, winner for the best R&M supplies partner.
Well, with a big round of applause, we see the wonderful team walking up on stage with a greater enthusiasm. Congratulations to you. Keep up the good work, and I'm sure many more to come in the future. Let's hear a big hand, ladies and gentlemen. Well, let's capture some beautiful memories for life. Thank you so much, team. Wishing you lots of good luck. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a look at the next category. Well, unless you don't clap, the next category is not going to come on screen. And here we go. And ladies and gentlemen, the award goes to
Sys N Construction Private Limited, winner for the best minor projects vendor.
Well, here we see a wonderful team walking up to the stage. Let's give a big round of applause for them, and let's join in the happiness to make this evening incredibly special for them. Hearty congratulations to all of you. Thank you so much, team. And with that, let's have a look at the next category. And the nominations are well, with that, the award goes to
Bisleri International Private Limited, winner for the best beverages and drinking water supplies partner.
a big round of applause for the entire team. Well, looks like the team is not around. What if the team is not around? The bottles are around. Let's give a big round of applause for them. Well, with that, thank you so much, Mr. Sinha, for doing the honors. And as we present the next award, I would like to call upon Mr. Sanjit Bal, Head of Consulting Sales India, to please join me on stage to present the next award. Let's hear a big hand for the gentleman. And let's have a look at the next category. And the nominations are here. with that, the award goes to...
And the award goes to CLR Facility Services Private Limited. Congratulations.
Let's give a big hand to the entire team. And looks like the team is not around, but ladies and gentlemen, let's join in their happiness. Let's give a big hand to the entire team. So I request you to kindly please stay back on stage. We have one more category. Let's have a look at the category. And now let's have a look at the nominations. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, the award goes to...
And the award goes to Skevron Laboratories Private Limited. Congratulations.
Well, a super big applause to the entire team. Congratulations to you. Let's join in the happiness. Let's give a bigger applause and let's capture some beautiful memories right here on stage as we congratulate the entire team for your wonderful support, contribution. Well, truly a moment to celebrate. Thank you so much, and once again, congratulations, and thank you so much, Mr. Sanjit, for doing the honors. Well, definitely needed, so let's capture the best shot. Thank you so much. And to present the next award, let me invite on stage Mr. Manjeet to please join me on stage. Let's once again hear a big round of applause for Mr. Manjeet Sehrawat. And let's have a look at the category on screen. And ladies and gentlemen, the nominations are... And with that, the award goes to...
And the winner for Best Pantry and Vending Solutions Partner, Coffee Day Global Limited.
A big round of applause for the entire team. Well, truly, what a wonderful evening it definitely is. Let's join in the happiness of all the beautiful teams and let's congratulate and appreciate them. Let's give up the claps really loud, everyone. As we continue to congratulate and spread smiles, I would like to request you all to have a look at the next category on screen. And the nominations are... And ladies and gentlemen, the award goes to...
And the winner for Best Horticulture Partner, Amazing Blooms.
Hearty congratulations to the entire team. Well, looks like the team is not around, but we still can give a big round of applause to them. And let's congratulate them. Let them have a look at this video and feel special. Come on, everybody, let's give a big hand to them. And with that, thank you so much, sir, for doing the honors. Wow, truly. Are you all enjoying? What do you all want to watch next? One more dance performance? Some music? Or some more awards? And everyone's ready for everything. Okay, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, It's definitely time for one more fantastic performance right here on stage, and the theme of this performance is diversity theme. But just before we have them on stage, let's quickly have a look at the video address by Origami. Can we have the audiovisual, please?
Origami offers a wide range of products for washroom and catering users. We present to you a short snippet of how we produce these products at one of our plants. The Nagpur plant is our largest integrated facility with an emphasis on sustainability. Over 65% of the plant is covered in green spaces, and 65% of the rooftops have solar panels which produce 250 kilowatts of solar power. We have developed the expertise to produce top-grade tissue paper with over 90% recycled content. We use imported white-graded waste paper. The waste paper is sorted and pulped with a proprietary composition of waste paper grades. It is then treated and screened to make the most popular tissue products in India. The process brings down energy, water, and chemical usage and results in a zero-discharge manufacturing process. The tissue paper is produced using European machinery equipped with QCS in a closed-loop water recycling system and then moved to the finishing section to produce the end product. We produce a wide range of tissue products such as toilet rolls, napkins, kitchen towels and hand towels, facial tissues, hospital bed rolls, and industrial cleaning products. We have achieved leadership in the Indian market because we manufacture great products on special purpose equipment in a hygienic environment. Over 85% of our labor is hired locally from neighboring villages, and we actively promote the employment of women. Our technical team prides itself on our homegrown innovations over the last 25 years to produce products ideal for the Indian consumer in a sustainable manner.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a look at our next performance. Let's give a big hand to the team. Well, come on, everybody. Let's have a big round of applause for the entire team coming up on stage. Well, this also has a wonderful theme, and the theme is the diversity theme. Well, truly, that is what we call it as a Shandar performance. Thank you so much, team. We must really give it up a big round of applause for them. I think that was super entertaining, and we really love your energy and grace. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the next set of awards, and to do the honors, let me invite on stage Anushri Agarwal, Head of People Experience. Let's give a big round of applause to the lovely lady. Well, let's give a big round of applause and let's welcome Anushri Agarwal. Well, looks like the lovely lady is not around. We are definitely waiting for her. Anushri Agarwal is right here. Yes. Let's give a big hand. Thank you so much for your valuable time right here on stage. As you present the wonderful award category of the Best Women Entrepreneur Partner, let's also have a look at the nominations. And ladies and gentlemen, the award goes to
Best Women Entrepreneur Partner. Okay, sorry. Best Women Entrepreneur Partner Award goes to Super Seva Services Private Limited.
a big round of applause. Let's give a big hand and let's welcome well, truly a moment to capture with lots of smiles. Let's give a big hand, ladies and gentlemen, to the entire team right here on stage. Once again, a big congratulations to you. Let's have a look at the next category now. With that, let's have a look at the nominations, please. And ladies and gentlemen, the award goes to
Winner for Best HR Partner, Seal HR Services Private Limited.
Well, truly, what a moment to celebrate to the entire team. Let's give a big hand and let's welcome them on stage as we congratulate them as they truly celebrate the evening. Let's join in the happiness and let's capture some wonderful moments. Congratulations to you. Thank you so much, Ms. Agarwal, for doing the honors. And now to present the next award, I would like to call on stage Mr. Rahul Arora, Head Office Leasing Advisory India and MD Bengaluru. Let's give a big hand to the gentleman. Let's have a look at the category. And ladies and gentlemen, where are the claps? With the claps, here's the category on screen. Well, we absolutely love the energy. We must clap for the gentleman. Come on, everybody. And the nominations are And the award goes to...
The winner is Shankar Electricals.
A big applause to Shankar Electricals. Hearty congratulations to you. Well, let's hear out the next name now.
And it's Scylla Solutions Private Limited.
Hearty congratulations to the entire team. Well, let's capture a picture perfect moment and let's congratulate the entire team right here on stage. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, before we present with the next award, let's quickly have a look at the origami video.
Origami offers a wide range of products for washroom and catering users. We present to you a short snippet of how we produce these products at one of our plants. The Nagpur plant is our largest integrated facility with an emphasis on sustainability. Over 65% of the plant is covered in green spaces and 65% of the rooftops have solar panels which produce 250 kilowatts of solar power. We have developed the expertise to produce top-grade tissue paper with over 90% recycled content. We use imported white-graded waste paper thus. The waste paper is sorted and pulped with a proprietary composition of waste paper grades. It is then treated and screened to make the most popular tissue products in India. The process brings down energy, water, and chemical usage and results in a zero-discharge manufacturing process. The tissue paper is produced using European machinery equipped with QCS in a closed-loop water recycling system and then moved to the finishing section to produce the end product.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear a big hand. Well, that was a quick video by Origami. And to move on with the awards, to present the next award, I would like to call on stage Mr. Rajat Malhotra, APAC Head of Engineering Operations, West Asia, to please join me on stage. Let's hear a big hand for the gentleman. Hearty warm welcome to you, sir. Let's have a look at the category. Let's have a look at the nominations, please. And ladies and gentlemen, the award goes to...
The award for the most promising partner 2022 goes to App Network Private Limited.
A big round of applause to the entire team. Well, let's continue to congratulate App Network Private Limited. Hearty congratulations to you. And on that note, let's have a look at the next category. Let's have a look at the nominations. And ladies and gentlemen, the award goes to...
We have two winners in this category. So winner 1 for best practices in sustainability solutions is Shabari Telecable Network Private Limited.
Hearty congratulations to the entire team. Congratulations to you.
And the next winner is 24/7 Facility Service Connect Private Limited.
A big round of applause to the team again. Thank you so much, Mr. Malhotra, for doing the honors. And now, ladies and gentlemen, as we move on to the next award, I request Thomas, Head S&P West Asia JLL Work Dynamics, to please join me on stage to present the next award. Let's hear a big round of applause for the gentleman. And with that, let's have a look at the category. And the nominations are... And ladies and gentlemen, the award goes to...
The winner of the most responsive vendor in bids is Bion Analytics Private Limited.
Let's hear a big hand to the entire team. Well, let's keep up the claps really, really loud. Come on, everybody. Hearty congratulations to the entire team right here on stage. Let's keep up the applause and let's congratulate them. And in the same category, let's hear out the next name.
The other joint winner is Terminix India Private Limited.
A big round of applause for the team. Hearty congratulations to the team on dais. Thank you so much, Mr. Thomas, for doing the honors. And now, ladies and gentlemen, last but definitely not the least, we come to our finale award, the Long-Standing Relationship Award. And this truly has to be special. Are you all ready for it? Doesn't look like. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? And to do the honors, let me once again welcome none other than Mr. Sandeep Sethi. Let's give a big hand to the gentleman, Managing Director, Work Dynamics. So, sir, as we get started, here we have the three lovely names on stage. One by one, here we go with the first one. Yes. Or let's do something, let's do a countdown. How about that? Let's do a countdown and then we do all the 3 names. So everybody with super high energy, I want you all to do the countdown. And once when we reach 1, sir is going to announce the names. Here we go. 10. Come on everybody, some energy. 10. 8. Not enough. Really not enough. Once again. 10. 8. 6. 4. 2. Come on everybody, make some noise.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. The first one is Origami Cellular Private Limited. Congratulations.
Well, truly, let's keep up the claps really loud as we congratulate the entire team of Origami for the Long-Standing Relationship Award. Well, we truly appreciate. What a fabulous moment this is truly. Thank you so much for the wonderful association. Let's capture this beautiful moment with lots of claps and definitely all the beautiful smiles. Once again, congratulating Origami for the Long-Standing Relationship Award. Congratulating the entire team, and here we go.
And the second one is Frontline Total Solutions Private Limited.
Truly, ladies and gentlemen, now let's give a big round of applause for the entire team of Frontline Total Solutions Private Limited. Let's hear a big applause and let's truly make this a wonderful moment of the evening. Well, we need to see the super happy smiles. And we are witnessing them and really happy to witness those. And here we go with the third one.
VRVS India Private Limited.
Come on, ladies and gentlemen, a bigger applause. Truly a moment for us to congratulate VRVS India Private Limited for the Long-Standing Relationship Award. Well, congratulations team once again, and thank you so much, sir, for doing the honors. I request everyone to give a big round of applause for all our awardees. Truly, what a fantastic evening it definitely has been. I want to ask a quick question to everyone. Did you all have fun? Did you all enjoy? Okay, now it's truly time for us to give 3 amazing cheers to each one of us because you all deserve it. Come on, everyone. Let's end the evening with a big smile. 3 cheers to all of you. Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! Well, they always say that every good event and every good moment definitely has to come to an end. But Sham abhi baki hai, picture abhi baki hai, and the night is definitely very young and special because lots of networking and some lovely dinner. But before that, ladies and gentlemen, let me invite on stage Thomas to please join me on stage to present the vote of thanks. Let's hear a big hand for the gentleman.
I don't have very much to say. All I want to say is a very big thank you for all of you who have come here, joined us, allowed us to celebrate you who are our partners. We are only as good as you are. So if you as partners are good, we are good. And we look good because you are really good. Thank you so very much. The evening, as she said, is still young. I would request each one of you to please join us for drinks and food. And we would like to meet each one of you and share thoughts, maybe plan on what we need to do as we go ahead. Thank you once again.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, just a very important announcement. Just before we conclude this lovely evening, I humbly request each one of you to please join us at the photo booth session where we want to capture a group photograph with everybody in the hall. So requesting everyone, kindly please come forward for the group photograph, post which the dinner counters are open, requesting everyone to please help yourself. Thank you so much for being a fantastic audience. My name is MC Afshan. I would like to sign off. Take care, stay safe, and keep smiling.